Going to a new venue, Gav, what's the first thing you keep in your mind that has to be right for a new venue?
The first thing is the pitch, I suppose. There's obviously a variety of things that have to be right, and without any one of two or three things, then we can't go to a certain place. But the thing that has to be right first and foremost is the pitch. That's what it's all about. It's about getting the guys training on the grass, on the right surface. And in some instances it depends time of year. If it's January, then indoors important as well, particularly in Scotland where we can get varied weather. So it's about getting firstly the pitch, the training venue, and then where we stay, and then thirdly food, I suppose, is an incredibly important thing for big rugby players who eat a lot. And so it's then piecing all those things together so that you've got a package that works and a team's comfortable and able to prepare.
So this is the end of October.
Yep.
When did you start planning for the Newcastle camp?
The World Cup, there was a pool allocation draw back in 2012, I think it was, after the autumn tests then. So we were at that draw, and it was really from there that the draws were made, so you knew what pool you were in. Shortly after that we knew the venues where we were training, so it was really from there. So 2012, so a good 2 years out from the World Cup, we start to plan for where we're going to be and what options we have in each location.
Scotland have got 3 locations in the pool stages of the World Cup. They've got Scotland, South Africa, and Samoa here. They've got Gloucester and they've got Leeds as well. So what's the benefit of, if you like, creating a base here in Newcastle?
This is where we are for the longest period of time. There aren't very many teams. I don't know how many other teams have got a 13-14 day stay in one location. Most people have to move from Birmingham to Brighton or London to Wales, these kind of things, whereas we're getting to stay in one place for almost 2 weeks. So, and it's 2 huge games. All our games are big games, but South Africa and Samoa are incredibly big games for us. So it's important that when we play those games, having had a short turnaround from Japan into USA, that we have a bit of a longer time in one area. And also its closeness to Scotland helps as well. We'll hopefully generate a bit of support and people will come down and visit us. So it's important that we settle when we're here, so everything becomes about getting ready for those 2 matches.
I know that's, you know, forward planning is one of the main factors in your job, but we've obviously got an autumn test series, and the decision has been made to bring the squad down to Newcastle. Why was it felt that was a good preparation for the 3 games coming up in November?
But it's partly because we're able to do it, so because of these, there is a camp, an IRB camp, where we can have all of our players, our XLs and our home-based players together before the autumn tests, and there's one before the January, before the Six Nations as well. So, and that camp can be held anywhere in the world. Usually it's in Scotland, that's where most of the players play, and it's most convenient, but we thought because we can do it anywhere we like, there are gains to be made by coming down here, so we're just simulating what we'll do in 11 months time when we come back here at the end of September. Having played our first 2 World Cup games, it's an opportunity to come to somewhere familiar where the boys have been. They've been at the hotel, they've stayed in the beds, they've eaten the food, they've trained at the training ground, so it'll give them a bit of comfort that they're coming somewhere where they've been before. And
the pitch at the RGS, Royal Grammar School in Newcastle, great surrounding, sort of enclosed on 3 sides by the school itself, and a good place to train.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully we'll get we're hoping to generate a bit of support in Newcastle anyway from the community, but I think by training inside the school there'll be a real sense of smaller community in that school, and hopefully they'll get behind us, and we'll get to interact with the kids and the teachers, and it'll be an enjoyable atmosphere for the guys to train in what is otherwise it's a huge tournament and it has its stresses, and it'll allow them maybe to get away from that a bit by having the school kids around and be able to train in front of a crowd on some days and then have privacy on other days. So it'll be a good venue.
There's a rich history with the shirt, with the thistle, and the people have played in this jersey or shirt before. I mean, there's a proud history. There's a proud history in the country geographically, and Scotland's a proud country. There's never been conquered, and there's this almost sort of Gaulish spirit, a indomitable spirit that's here, and I think all in all, I think there is a genuine desire to for this generation, the guys that are selected, to play well for the people that have carried the jersey before since 1871. They know it's their time now. They're in the light. The spotlight is on them. They will at some stage pass this jersey off. They want to create a legacy, so when they pass it on, the people that put it on next will want to live and do as well and add to their exploits on the field, and it's a great moment to be together and think about what's coming next, live in the present, but be as well very respectful of the past. And the real challenge and the thing that the players wanted is leave something for their children, for their grandchildren. Everybody's linked together. The whole thing, the people have started, the whole families and they're all linked together, and the jersey, the shirt, the thistle is very, very important to everybody in this country. And I know these players will be, when they go out, they'll be playing with a lot of pride and with a lot of respect. And I can see that there will be a common cause. It's very, very strong. When we talk about team culture and these types of things, that'll be our little point of difference. Our guys will believe, we're a small country. We're not big. The big boys are, they're around us. We're playing a couple in a 2 or 3 weeks. Argentina, the most improved country in the world. New Zealand's the best country in the world. They have their culture, but Scotland's got theirs as well. So let's be strong and be passionate as we always are, and play well for those that have carried the jersey. Play well so that when you pass it on, people want to do just as well for you and your efforts. Play for the people that come to the stadium. Play for the people that are all through Scotland. When they put the jersey on, they're representing everybody in this country. Everybody, and people, Scots that aren't living in this country, they're living elsewhere. They'll be they're representing them. So it's a great feeling. It's a great honour to be part of this. So we'll slowly work our way and try and put a cohesive effort out there, technically, tactically. But I can assure you that emotionally, the players are very attached, and they're working extra hard to put in a good performance.
Yeah, it's a good 3-day camp. We've got a lot of things covered on and off the pitch. We've got a lot of team defence and attack structure, and off the pitch, we got a lot of culture meetings and just to see what it means to play for the team. Yeah, we need these camps to not only, like I said, off the pitch to get to know each other. So when we come onto the pitch, we're good around each other, and we get to know the team plays, and when we come to the games, we know exactly what we're expected from each other. It's still early days. We've got another week next week before the Argentina game, and I think we're going into that game in a good place.